to introduce you to care mapping. And care mapping is it's another type of personal science that was developed by the Atlas of Caregiving. And I put the website on the slide. Atlas of Caregiving was founded by a fellow called Rajiv Mehta, and Rajiv was a developer and a computer scientist with NASA and a Silicon Valley guy in San Francisco. And he became a family caregiver. And he decided to apply some of the science that he was an expert in to this experience of caregiving in order to explore who is in the ecosystem of care in our families and what they are doing. So if somebody said to you out of the blue, why don't you draw a picture of your caregiving life? You might just draw a picture of a house with two people in it. That's it. But Rajiv is asking us to draw a picture of us in our house with everybody else who lives in the house, with everybody else who loves you and cares about you and for you, and who are those people caring for as well, including all of the professionals that you depend on a daily basis in your life. So this is Christie's care map. You see Christie here in the main house in the middle. She cares for her husband, Mike, and they care for each other. That's the back and forth arrows. But Christie also cares for their son, Pablo, who has autism. Now, Christie also cares for her mother, Maria, and Mike cares for his mother-in-law, Maria, too. Maria has Alzheimer's, and she goes to a daycare center called the Oaks and is cared for. And Maria's son, Manny, lives with her because he's an adult with developmental disabilities. So this is a woman with Alzheimer's still looking after her adult son with healthcare needs, cared for by Drs. Sandover, Miller, and Ali. So you can see that there are many, many relationships in this one family. And Pablo has a school nurse. They have a dog called Spot. All of the people living together and all of the people who live sort of away. So some people, they live in Princeton. Some people live in Philadelphia, which is not that far away. There's Baltimore. But people who live outside of all of the circles are people who live quite far away. So Eileen and Jim in Orlando. This care mapping for Christie, who's a real person, by the way, and did this exercise with a pen and pencil in one of Rajiv Atlas of Caregiving workshops, allowed Christie to look at all of the caring relationships in her life, and she was able to learn a huge amount about what she had in terms of help and assets and possibilities, but also identify the gaps of what she didn't have. So in order to just help you understand a little bit more about care mapping and how it works, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and Tammy, you're going to take over and show 3 very, very, very short videos that'll give you much better idea of care mapping, what it is and how it works.
Okay, here we go.
Christie and Mike care for Mike's mother, Maria. Maria lives on her own next door, but she has health issues and needs a lot of help. Many others help Maria as well, including Cindy and Julie, her home care aides. Mike's sister Maggie his brother Steve, sister-in-law Claire, and Maria's many doctors, Dr. Miller, Sandoval, and Ali. This is just a small part of the complicated web of caregiving inside this one family. One of the challenges is just managing all the different people and services involved. It's hard to keep clear of who is doing what and when, understanding who else is involved, and even how their actions impact each other. A care map is a drawing that helps you see your situation clearly, showing who all you care for, who else cares for them, and who cares for or supports you. Having a clear picture allows you to better plan for potential difficulties, better manage the different people involved, more easily identify missing resources and services, and better communicate your situation and needs to your family, friends, and professionals. Drawing your own care map is easy. We're going to show you how to do it using information that you already know. So grab a pencil, paper, and an eraser. Using symbols to represent people, first you'll draw the people and pets that live with you. Then you'll add any other people you care for, add other people who are also caring for the people you care for, add those who care for or support you. You will draw arrows to show who cares for whom, using different types of arrows to show how often that caring happens. Finally, you'll add a couple of lines to indicate who lives close by and who lives really far away. Still need help? Get our how-to document to get written step-by-step instructions and a handy template. Watch our third video that shows how you can learn and act upon your care map. There's a lot you can learn from looking at your care map, leading to potential actions. Here are a few key questions to ask yourself. Who are the most important people in your care map? What would happen if one of them was unavailable because they had to go out of town or got sick? Who could step in? Would they be prepared? Do the different people in your care map know the others involved and what each is doing or is capable of doing? Would it help if they had a better understanding? Are there other family members, friends, and neighbors who could help? What would it take to get them involved? Are there important services or professionals currently missing? How could such help be obtained? And finally, how has the situation changed over time? Get our how-to document to find more ideas for learning from and acting upon your care map.